14-year-old boy broke his 11-year-old sister's tablet in half with his bare hands over a Roblox pet. She did not scream. She did not cry. What she did over the next 4 days is what you need to hear. Jacob was 14 and his sister Emma was 11, and they shared a wall between their bedrooms. Emma had been playing Adopt Me on Roblox for almost 2 years by then. She had collected pets the way some kids collect baseball cards. Slowly, patiently, one at a time. She had a legendary pet she had earned over 6 months of trades and after-school work. The pet was worth almost $200 on the Roblox secondary market. Emma did not know that. She just knew it was hers. She had named it Honey. She fed it every single morning before school. Jacob did not play Adopt Me. Jacob played a shooter game with his friends after school instead. But Jacob knew about Honey. Jacob knew because his parents had given Emma the pet for Christmas. His parents had paid for the special trade event that let Emma earn the pet legitimately. His parents had not paid for anything similar for Jacob that Christmas. Jacob had noticed. He had not said anything. He had not asked for anything either. He had just noticed, quietly. On a Saturday in March, Jacob asked Emma if he could borrow her tablet for 10 minutes. He said he wanted to look at Roblox news. Emma said yes without thinking about it. Emma trusted Jacob the way younger sisters trust older brothers, when nothing has gone wrong yet. Jacob took the tablet to his room. Jacob closed the door behind him. Jacob locked it from the inside. Emma went downstairs to help her mother in the kitchen and did not think about the tablet for almost an hour. She came back upstairs. She knocked on Jacob's door. He opened it and handed her the tablet without looking at her. He went to the bathroom. Emma sat down on her bed and opened her Adopt Me inventory to check on Honey. The inventory was empty. Every single pet was gone. Every accessory, every house, every piece of furniture. Honey was gone. The 7 other pets she had earned over 2 years were gone. Emma stared at the empty inventory for almost a full minute before she understood what she was seeing. She walked across the hall and knocked on Jacob's door. Jacob did not answer. She knocked again. Jacob still did not answer. She could hear water running in the bathroom down the hall. She opened his door without permission. She walked into his room. She held the tablet up. Jacob came out of the bathroom and saw her standing there with the tablet in her hands. Emma asked him one question in a voice that was somewhere between calm and shaking. She asked, "Jake, where is Honey? Tell me right now what you did." Jacob did not answer at first. Jacob looked at the floor. Then he said something Emma would remember for the rest of her life. He said, "I traded her away. I traded all of them. They were stupid anyway." Emma made a sound that was not quite a word. She lunged at Jacob with the tablet still in her hands. Jacob caught her by the wrists. The tablet fell on the carpet between them. They wrestled the way only siblings wrestle, in a way that does not look like real fighting from the outside. Jacob shoved her backward and bent down to pick up the tablet. He stood up holding it in both hands. He was looking at the screen. He was breathing hard. Then he did something that nobody in the family would ever fully explain afterward. He gripped the tablet with both hands. He bent it in half across his knee. The screen cracked first. Then the casing snapped. The two halves separated and fell apart on the floor. Emma did not scream. Emma did not cry. Emma did not say a single word. She bent down. She picked up the 2 pieces of the tablet. She walked back across the hall. She closed her bedroom door behind her and did not come out for 3 full days. Their mother knocked on her door every 2 hours. Emma did not answer. Their father stood in the hallway on Saturday night and asked her if she needed anything. Emma did not answer him either. He left a plate of food outside her door. The food sat there until morning. Jacob did not come out of his room either on Saturday night. He had not expected Emma to go silent. He had expected her to scream at him. He had expected her to tell their parents. He had expected punishment. He got something stranger instead. He got a closed door across the hall and 3 days of his sister not existing. Their parents took Jacob's phone and his Xbox on Sunday morning when they understood what he had done. His father said one sentence and did not say anything else for the rest of the day. He said, "You will replace that tablet, every penny, from your own pocket. We will discuss how on Wednesday." Jacob waited for Emma to come out of her room on Sunday. She did not come out. Their mother left food outside her door 3 times a day. Twice the food disappeared. Once it did not. Their mother could hear Emma moving around inside the bedroom, walking, sometimes opening a drawer. She could not hear Emma crying or talking to anyone on the phone. She could not hear anything else either. Just the quiet movement of someone in a closed room. On Monday morning, Emma's mother knocked on her door and told her she could skip school that day. Emma opened the door for the first time. She walked past her mother. She went to the kitchen and ate breakfast. She did not look at Jacob. She did not look at anyone. Then she went back upstairs and closed her door again. What Emma was actually doing inside that bedroom for 3 days was the part nobody understood until Wednesday afternoon. Emma came out of her room on Wednesday at 4:15 in the afternoon. She walked downstairs holding something very carefully in both hands at her chest. Her parents were at the kitchen table, waiting for the family meeting they had scheduled about Jacob. Jacob was already sitting at the table with his eyes on the floor. Emma walked into the kitchen. Emma set the thing she was carrying down in the middle of the table. The thing she set down was a Lego robot, almost 2 feet tall. It was built entirely out of pieces from her own Lego collection in her bedroom. The robot had moving arms. The robot had a head that turned. The robot had a small light inside its chest. The robot was a model that an online forum had described as impossible to build with standard Lego parts. Emma had spent 3 days in her room rebuilding it from scratch, from memory, from a diagram she had seen once. She did not say anything when she set it down. She sat down in her chair at the table. She looked at Jacob for the first time in 4 days and slid the robot across the table toward him. She said one sentence. She said, "You think the things I make are stupid. Look at me again." Jacob looked at the robot. Jacob looked at his sister. Jacob did not say anything for almost a full minute. Then he started to cry in a way nobody at the kitchen table had ever seen him cry before. He was not crying about the tablet. He was not crying about being grounded. He was crying about something he had never told anyone, including himself, in his 14 years of being alive. He had never been jealous of Honey, or the pet itself. He had been jealous of the way his parents had looked at Emma when they bought her Honey. He had broken the tablet because he had thought breaking what she loved would change something. He had thought it would make his parents finally look at him the same way they looked at her. It had not worked. 3 days of her silence had made that very clear. This is the part of the story that, if you are watching this, you should hear twice. Jacob did not destroy his sister's tablet because he was a violent kid. Jacob destroyed his sister's tablet because somewhere inside his 14-year-old head, he was drowning. He was drowning in the math of being a second child in a house where attention was a finite thing. He had counted every gift their parents had given Emma since she was 5 years old. He had counted every meal Emma had been allowed to skip when she felt sad. He had counted every Saturday morning their father had spent helping Emma with something. He had measured himself against his little sister for almost 10 full years and decided he was losing. The legendary Roblox pet was just the most recent number in that quiet count. Breaking the tablet was not about Honey. Breaking the tablet was Jacob screaming the only way he knew how. He was screaming, "Why is she allowed to matter more than me?" But this is the part of the story that turned everything around at the kitchen table. Emma had not built the Lego robot to humiliate Jacob. Emma had built it to answer him. She had heard what he said when he broke the tablet. They were stupid anyway. She had spent 3 days proving to herself that he was wrong about her. The robot was the proof. But the moment she set the robot down in front of him, she did something Jacob did not expect. She gave it to him. She slid it across the table to him. She said, "Look at me again." She was not asking him to apologize. She was asking him to see her. It turns out that was the only thing Jacob had ever wanted from anybody in that house. Jacob worked 4 months of weekends, mowing lawns and walking dogs to pay for Emma's new tablet. He paid every cent himself. He did not accept help from his parents, even when they offered. He also spent 12 months helping Emma rebuild her Adopt Me inventory from scratch. He learned how to play the game with her in the evenings. He earned trades, he earned pets, he found a new honey on a trade server one Saturday in October. He gave it to her as a Christmas present. Their parents started a Saturday morning ritual where the two siblings built something together. Sometimes Lego, sometimes Roblox houses, sometimes recipes from their mother's old cookbook. The Lego robot still sits on a shelf in Emma's bedroom 3 years later. She has never taken it apart. If you are watching this, here is what Emma and Jacob learned the hardest possible way. When you envy somebody you love, you are not actually angry at the thing they have. You are sad about the thing you think you are missing. Those are completely different feelings. The first one makes you break things. The second one makes you ask for what you need. If you have a sibling and you feel invisible compared to them, do not break what they have built. Tell somebody you feel invisible. Tell your parents, tell a counselor, tell the sibling themselves. Use your words, even when your words feel too small to fit what you are feeling. The second thing Jacob learned is the harder one to admit out loud as a 14-year-old boy. Breaking something somebody you love made does not make you bigger, it makes you smaller. You feel taller for about 90 seconds, then you feel smaller for as long as the broken thing exists. If you are about to break something that belongs to a person you love, stop. The person you are really trying to break is yourself. The thing in your hands is just the closest target. Put the thing down. Walk into a different room. Find an adult. Use your voice instead. Emma's robot is still on her shelf because it is the only thing in that house that nobody broke. Have you ever felt invisible next to a sibling? Tell me below. If you watched till the end, drop a like and subscribe. See you next time.